Hello children, last class we saw about agriculture practices protection from weeds and harvesting, and today we'll see about storage. We'll see about the storage and other things. Storage is also an important task, and if the crop grains are asked to be kept for a longer time, they should be safe from moisture, insects, rats and microorganisms. They have to store the crop grains for a longer period. So they have to store it well. It should be safe from insects, rats and other things. So the fresh crop has more moisture. You can see the fresh crops. It will be having more moisture. All these are fresh crops. So fresh crops are stored. If they are stored, you can see, if they are stored without drying, they make it spoiled or attacked by organisms, losing their germination capacity. So before storing, the grains has to be dried well in the sunlight, and this prevent them from the attack by insect pest, bacteria and fungi. See this picture and the previous picture, you can see how they are drying the grains in sunlight. To just dry it, they must not have any, to reduce the moisture content here, water content, that is, so that they will not be just spoiled by insect pest or bacteria or fungi. And this farmers store grains in jute bags after drying it. Like this, they store in jute bags or metallic bins. You can see metallic bins like this. And large scale of storage of grains is done in silos. This is what silos or granaries, to protect them from pests like rats and insect after drying. Okay, and dried neem leaves are used for storing food grains at home. We can use it. This also prevents the grains from the attack of other insect pests. For storing large quantity of grains in big godowns, this is a godown, specific chemical treatment are required to protect them from pests and microorganisms. That is known as fumigation. See, fumigation will be done in godowns. That is nothing but disinfecting with the fumes of certain chemicals, so that in order to protect the grains from the attack of pests and microorganisms. That is what fumigation, specific chemical treatment, will be given in godowns. So this is what about storage. I think almost all the agricultural practices we have completed. Now we are going to see food from animals. We have seen already from plants. Okay, this is food from animals. For same, see, in the food from animals, a tabular column is given food and the sources. It's given about milk. You know very well, milk you get from cow, buffalo, etc. And the other three columns you have to fill in. What are the other useful products you get from other animals? It has to be filled by you. Okay, food from animals. This I'll explain. See, plants and animals provide us with different kinds of food. And many people living in the coastal areas consume fish, and fish forms a staple food for them. It will be included in their diet. And this is what fisheries, you can see people living near the coastal area, fisheries, fishing is a main occupation for them. Okay, and we have seen crop production and the agricultural practices involved in crop production. This is from the plants. We get benefits from the plants. Okay, similarly animals also, we get animals profit benefits from the animals also. Animals reared at home or in farms have to be provided with proper food, shelter and care. Same thing when they are reared at large scale. When it's done on a large scale, it is called animal husbandry. So animal husbandry is what? It is nothing but it includes cattle rearing like this. You get useful products. Okay, here proper food for the cattle, shelter and care should be given. It's done on a large scale. Okay, when it's done on a large scale, it's said to be animal husbandry. I said for the plants, when a particular plant, when they are grown on a large production, when it's grown on a large scale, it's known as a crop. Similarly, animals also same thing. It's known as animal husbandry. This is cattle rearing. You know the benefits you get from the cattle rearing, milk and milk products. Poultry farming also comes under this animal husbandry, poultry. for the eggs and the meat you get, and this is apiculture. This you know very well, honeybees, why they have kept this for honey. This is how they are extracting honey from the beehives. And the next one is sericulture. Silkworms are reared for the silk. Okay, silk threads. This is what the cocoons. Okay, this is what, and you know how they are getting the threads, silk threads, weaving. This also comes under animal husbandry. All these comes under animal husbandry. And homework for you, the book, we have completed the lesson, and end of the your textbook, question answers will be given. Question answers, choose exercises will be given. All these exercises has to be done. It should be done by you, and you have to find out the answers for all the short questions. This is what the homework for you. All these things. Okay, and you can write in your classwork. Okay, this is all arranged. You have to arrange them in proper order. All these things has to be done. Exercises has to be completed. Okay, children. Okay, children. Have a good day.